Hey guys, welcome. I'm Mark Crypto Boy in Oz. It is the 7th of September and it is roughly 9 p.m. And I've got to say this, but this is the third video. And like you think that you'd live and you'd learn seriously, but it just doesn't happen like that. And what I've done, my first video I did, which was beautiful, I recording for 8 minutes, and then my wife walked in. And don't mind my wife walking in, but it was kind of unexpected. The door opened, and I thought she wanted me. And I don't know if you've realised when you watch my videos, they're not edited. Like, I don't stop them, just record straight, like start to end, and publish, because I can publish a video, like I can save it in OBS and then remux it and then export it to YouTube, and it's like seconds. I mean, the upload is the longest bit. But as soon as I go into an editor to edit it, it takes me ages to edit it because I'm crap. But then when I'm saving it, it takes forever to save it. And I don't know why, because I've got a mega fast PC. Loads of RAM, processors like fast, graphics cards unreal. And I hate it because it takes too long. So I just kind of like spitball, just get through what I'm doing, save it, and that's it. So I stopped the video, lost my train of thought, so scrap that. Started another video, and I've been recording that for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and I wasn't recording. So I've done 18 minutes. Basically redone the video twice and nothing. So this is my third attempt. So when you watch my content and you're looking at it and you think some of these videos like an hour long, and I try not to make them so long. I try to make them like 20 to 30 minutes. My earlier videos were really long. But if you think about how long they are, and then like any mistakes that I made in them videos, like, and I've scrapped them and I've just done them again. So this is my YouTube channel. So welcome to the little space in YouTube called Crypto Boy in Oz. And if you're wondering why I'm called Crypto Boy in Oz, because I live in Australia, and there's another YouTuber that's called BitBoy, and he's a big deal. He's got a lot of followers, and I like the guy. And I thought I'm going to do my bit for BitBoy. No affiliation, nothing to do with him at all. But I thought I'll go down under and do my own Crypto Boy in Oz. And difference being, like I say on multiple videos, I started with nothing, I've got nothing. My investment in crypto is what I've got now, which is not a lot. It's growing, but it's nothing. I ain't a millionaire, and it's going to take me a long time before I get to one, and I don't think I'll do it this cycle. 100% next cycle. So I just started producing content, documenting my journey, and I've realised that to help me get traction and to get followers quicker, it's better to do videos on specific subjects. So like a week ago, I did a how to create a MetaMask wallet, and it's got 20 views so far, and it's quite long. It's 50 minutes, but it's pretty thorough. So it tells you how to do it tells you how to do a MetaMask wallet. Then it tells you how to add Binance onto your MetaMask wallet with the RPC address, and then it tells you how to do the Matic. I think I even send some money, a small amount of Binance to it, just to show you how to do it. And then I even think then I go on to PancakeSwap, and QuickSwap and Uniswap. So I'm kind of plugging that video, and I didn't intend on doing. And so that's got 20 views, which I'm sure will grow. And then my biggest one, which I've only just noticed now, this is showing you how much interest a Giro wallet's getting, because I've had 1.4K, 1,400 views on my thoughts on Giro wallet, the beta version, and it's 23 minutes long. And yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. And then you've got Open Finance, the airdrop of OCX token, which has got 225 views. So if you're scrolling down and you're looking at these and you see me here looking like a gimp in my high-vis top, this is when I'm kind of mega busy with work, but I want to do content. So I've been doing it while I'm driving, and I actually did one today, but I made a bloomer. I did the video, and I recorded it and uploaded it onto my personal YouTube page, which hasn't got any hits because nobody follows me, because nobody knows who I am, and I didn't put any tags in or anything. So no one's seen it. And when I got home, I was going to post it, and I thought, well, what's the point in posting it? I may as well just re-record some of the similar content what I was talking about today while I was driving, because I much prefer this kind of setup where I've got the good lighting and my background's kind of pretty cool. I actually want, if anyone knows where I can get some custom made cushions, because I want some like Bitcoin, Cardano, Polkadot. I want some really nice cushions with like sequins on, you know, something that stands out so I can put them on the shelf behind me. But anyway, let's get into it. I've been talking for 5 minutes and nothing specific about anything specific. So first off, thanks for all the followers. Really appreciate it. And if you look down here, you can see who I'm subscribed to. So Crypto Banter, love Ran, Sheldon and Fred. Jimmy as well, even though you only see him briefly. Never seen Fred yet. Bitboy Crypto, really like that channel. Kyle Chassé, actually really like the guy. George from Crypto's Rose, Altcoin Daily. Don't watch Thinking Crypto at all. Don't know why I've got that up there. Then the Microdose of Crypto Banter. To be honest, them are what I watch, nothing else. I don't watch Crypto Banter. Sorry, I don't watch Thinking Crypto, so I don't know why that's there. So this is my page. If you like this video, when you finish watching it, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's grow together. And let's quickly look at the heat map, and you'll see that even though alt season has started, for someone that's just joining crypto today, you'd be looking at this thinking, oh my God. I mean, if you'd have invested like yesterday, then you're thinking, oh my God, everything's going down, panic, I'm going to sell and get out. And believe me, some people will do that. What you've got to understand is having price fluctuations in crypto is perfectly healthy. And what you've got to remember is some of these pumps are like 20, 30, 40% pumps. So having a 5, 10, 15% correction is perfectly normal. It's nothing untoward. And if you look at the chart, Bitcoin is holding 51,000. In fact, I'll just pop up Bitcoin. Now, if you look here, I'm on the daily chart, and up until where are we? When did we break? So we've only been above 50,000 on the daily close for 2 days. We went from 49.5 up to 52 around that mark on, I think, on Saturday or Sunday. So like we're on an upward trend, and if you look at this here from the 20th of July, we've basically been going up. So there we had a higher high. If you look at that previous high there, so we had a higher high there. It kind of it basically came down. It just had a breather, come down for 4 or 5 days, but it was a higher low. Then it's had a higher high, and it's basically been higher high, higher low, up, and it's continued all the way up to where we are now, and it's perfectly normal. And if you look here, this is the 200 day moving average, and we're way above that now. And I think, because if you look at where we are on this kind of over here, if you look at over here on the chart, you've got this imbalance here where it dropped pretty quick from like the top of the peak, it went from 57,000 down to 48,000. So it dropped $9,000 in a day. So where we are now, I actually think the next level where we're going to go to is probably, I actually think we can be going anywhere from 54,500, 54,000 even, up to 58,000. I think that's kind of the next level where we'll be going next. And if you look at if you look how Bitcoin is, and you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, it's around just under 42. And if you look at this trend line, we're not even coming up to retest it yet. But because Bitcoin's holding strong, and you can see there's more volume now. Like if you look here now, there's more volume. There's been more volume since like mid-August. Volume's kind of increased on Bitcoin. So there's more money coming into Bitcoin. But if you look at it, and you're kind of thinking, this dominance where we are is 41, 42. It basically means all the money is in the alts. Because once Bitcoin dominance starts to increase and it starts getting back up to like up to these kind of levels up here, like 48, 49, 50, that means the money's flowing back into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's probably going on a bit of a pump. Whereas when Bitcoin, when the dominance is really low where we are now, but Bitcoin's kind of holding its own on price, that's brilliant, because it means all the money is in the alts, and that's evident. It's evident to see, because when you start looking at all the alts that have been pumping, like if I come back to CoinMarketCap and look over the last 7 days, like XRP's gone up 13%, Solana's 50%, Polkadot 7, Chainlink 20, Bcash 15, Litecoin 20%, Filecoin 30%, Theta's up like 27%, FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried is like FTX exchange, that's up 50%. That's really pumping. So all these alts are pumping, and what happens? They can't all go at once. They've got to take it in turns, because there isn't enough money in the market cap. I think the all-time high market cap in May was about 2.4 trillion, and if you look at it on here now, the market cap's 2.28 trillion. So we're getting there. We're slowly getting there, and I think the most important thing to look at, if we look at this this fear and greed chart, so this tells you how bullish the sentiment is on crypto in general, and it's actually gone up. I mean, I think this is like a day. I think it's 24 hours out of date, pretty much. So it might have come down because today is a little bearish, just because the prices have started dropping on certain coins. But if you look here, it's saying we're at 79, which is extreme greed. In reality, between 70 and 80, where we're at now, is probably a good place to be. Now, when it gets to extreme greed and we're between 90 and 100, that is brilliant for the price of crypto. But the problem is it's short-lived, because once we get into this price bracket where it's so high, that pretty much means that crypto in general has gone parabolic. And this is going to happen when all retail investors, which is, without being like dissing anyone, is me and you, just your normal people that are investing, not your institutions and that. When this goes mental and it goes like 95 plus to 100, that's when the media is kind of publicizing Bitcoin's broke its all-time highs, Ethereum's broke its all-time highs, and everyone's drawn to crypto then, because they've been out of it. They might not have ever been in it before, and they just want to get rich. They want to jump in on the bandwagon. They've got FOMO. They don't want to miss out on everyone else making money, so everybody jumps in. And this is when prices go parabolic, because people that don't invest suddenly invest, and they haven't got a clue what they're investing in. Prices go through the roof in such a short period of time, where you can have basically 10x gains, 100x gains on some coins in the run up to the peak of the bull cycle, which, if you listen to BitBoy Crypto, he thinks it's going to be around Thanksgiving time. A lot of people think it's going to be the same as previous years, around Christmas time. And then there's also a consensus from them same people that it could be a super cycle, where, because there's so much institutional investment and pension funds, and countries like El Salvador has just made it's actually legal tender as of today. Because of all this that's going on, there's kind of a consensus that maybe the price doesn't correct as hard as it has done in the past, because in the past it's never had this kind of institutional level of money coming into the space. And these people, these institutions like Michael Saylor, that have invested over oh God, I can't even think how many they've got now. I think they've got close to 99,000 Bitcoin. These institutional investors are holding Bitcoin. They're holding Ethereum. They're not buying it to wait for the wait for the top of the market, the top of the bull run, to then unleash it back onto the market and make massive gains and buy it back later. They don't work like that. They're buying it as a store of value, as a long-term investment, because they know that Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to be worth so much more in the future. Bitcoin obviously being digital gold, which was originally brought out as a currency, but in reality, it's not a currency, because currencies are there to be spent. And if you think about it, anybody that owns Bitcoin does not want to spend it, because as soon as you spend it, you've got FOMO. You've got FOMO that you've spent it, and you should have saved it. Can you imagine buying, like in El Salvador, for instance, and it's legal tender? Can you imagine buying a loaf of bread, and in 10 years' time, that loaf of bread could buy you a car? Or say you bought a car with Bitcoin, and in 10 years' time, that car, the Bitcoin, what you spent on the car, could have bought you a small island. The exponential growth of Bitcoin is what makes it so valuable, where nobody wants to spend it. Ethereum, on the other hand, is more like a currency, because Ethereum is transacted every single day. Like you're using it on DeFi, using it for staking rewards, using it for NFTs. You've got all the fees associated to it. Ethereum is basically what you use more often than not. When you bring in fiat into an exchange, or into decentralized exchange like MetaMask or what have you, generally speaking, you'll want it in Ethereum, because Ethereum is what you do all your transactions in. And that might change going forward, because you've now got Solana, which is obviously becoming like a dominant force layer one blockchain, especially with obviously everything's up and running. The fees are tiny. Then you've got Cardano, which is going live mainnet on the 12th of September. So just touching on Solana. Solana's fees are so cheap, they're virtually free, and the speed is unbelievable. I think Solana can transact 50,000 transactions a second, which you probably never need. You never need that speed. I mean, I think Visa only transacts at a peak at 14,000 transactions a second. So Solana at 50,000, and that's why I think Solana could be the future for NFTs and for a blockchain that's got high volume on transactions, because it can actually cope with them. And as I said, the fees are really low, and the speed of the transactions are really fast. I just wish that I'd actually got in on Solana and kept in, because I made the mistake of trading. And in fact, I'm going to show something with you which I don't really want to show, because it's kind of depressing, and yeah, stupid mistake. So I'm just going to come here to my portfolio, and I've got a 4-year plan, which is my personal money, and I've got a super, which is my pension, my self-managed super fund. Look at the original one, 44,667. Look at my last one. So I went from super, then I changed it to super 1, thinking I could beat the market. Then I changed it again to super 3, 4, 5, and see what happened. See what's happened. Each time I've changed it, it's gone lower and lower and lower. And again, that is actually by chance. I've just been unlucky, because what I've invested in hasn't pumped. Whereas if I'd kept it in my super, in the original one, Solana has been going mental. So Solana has been driving the value of my super. So what I will say is, whatever you invest in that you chose originally, that you've put conviction into it, you've done your research, you've looked at your founders, the developer team, the project itself, if it's live, if it's running. If you've done all that and you choose your projects and you invested in them, trust me, stick with it. Don't change it, stick with it. And if you want to invest in someone else, find some more money. But don't change your HODL portfolio. Keep it as it is, unless there's some dire circumstances that force you to, where like you've you've no money and you need to live. But if this is like your long-term fund that you don't need the money, don't touch your portfolio. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. It's the most important thing you've got, and it's your wealth generation. It can be life-changing money. It can be wife-changing money, and it can also be generational changing money. Like when I say that, it can support you, your wife. It can support your children, and if you make enough money in crypto, it can support your grandchildren and future generations down the line. So that's actually my goal. My goal is to generate enough wealth where my grandchildren are sorted for life. And if I can get to that stage, I don't think I'll get there by the next bull run. Possibly, but we'll see. But I think by the next one after that, I'll certainly be at that kind of stage. So anyway, we'll just come back to just looking at the prices, and anybody that's just come into crypto right now, thinking, oh, I've missed the boat. You've not. Like, you've never missed the boat. All you do is dollar cost average. So whatever you want, you buy it. If it comes down, you buy more. If it goes up, you buy more. Doesn't matter. Just have a set amount of money what you want to put in and just buy it. If you've got a lump sum and you're happy with the price, buy it. And what you've got to do is just switch off and forget about it, because whatever you think the price is now, trust me when I say this, in 4 years' time, whatever the price is that you've bought in 4 years' time by the next bull run, you'll be thinking, oh my God, I wish I'd have bought more. Because the prices now, compared to what they're going to be in 4 years' time, are like not comprehensible. Like these prices now, even Solana at $184. I don't know what it's going to carry on going up to. Like the end of the bull run, could it be $600? It could be. But even then, it probably won't correct much lower than what it's at now. So even like in the bear market, when everything's gone flat, Solana will still probably be 150 to 180, the floor price. So these prices now are like really good prices to get in. And if you're really clever with your investment, and you get to like the end of the bull run, like the Christmas time, and you're thinking you've made massive gains, then if you want to take profits. Go into Bitcoin. Worst case scenario, go into stable coins, because that's putting you a dollar value and it's locking that dollar value until you want to get back in. But then you've got the risk of if the market moves and you're in stable coins, you're out of the market. Whereas if you go into Bitcoin or Ethereum and the market moves, you're still in it. So you'll be going up while you're relatively safe. Like in crypto space, Bitcoin and Ethereum are pretty safe. In the non-crypto space, Bitcoin and Ethereum are like a high risk investment. But what you've got to remember is, if you think about all the investment now coming in by like El Salvador, so your countries, governments, institutions, corporations, pension funds, all these people that are coming into crypto now, they're buying Bitcoin, they're buying Ethereum, or they're buying like ETFs. So they're buying stocks that are backed by Bitcoin or Ethereum, which is the same thing, because if Grayscale, for instance, are offering an ETF for Bitcoin or Ethereum, then they've got to have 1 for 1 on what they're offering. So they've got to invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum. So these kind of, even so far as Cardano, when the list is actually, to be honest, the list is getting bigger now for these big players investing big in crypto. There's ETFs now for like DeFi, so for different projects in decentralized finance. But your safest two are Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think they won't come down in price as much as everything else, because they're being held up by all these investors that aren't moving the money. So yeah, they're two scenarios. I don't actually know which one I'm doing yet. I don't know if I'm going to pull. I think I'll probably end up pulling profits into Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll probably do 40% in each, and then I think I'll do 20% stable coins, just so if the floor does collapse, I've still got some money, 20%, to scoop up everything. Because can you imagine? Just think about this. In December, you decide to go 40% Bitcoin, 40% Ethereum, 20% cash, and the market crashes. So you're pretty safe because you're in Bitcoin and Ethereum and you've got 20% cash. And the market goes down 85, 90%. So look at some of these coins. Like look at, I don't know, like Cardano, it's 266. I mean, it won't be 266. Like Cardano could be $10. But can you imagine it coming down to $2? And don't forget, when you'll be selling out at the top. So like, look at Solana. Solana say you've got Solana in at $600, and you've sold out at the top of $600. Can you imagine if it comes down to $150? So you've basically, like, what you've made you've made four. If it was $600 and you're buying it for $150. Like the increase in Solana that you've just made. Now, worst case scenario is that you cash out and it carries on going up, and it could go up, it could double, triple what you cashed out at. But again, when it corrects and the price does come down in price, it's going to come down lower than what you cashed out at. But if say on the off chance it didn't come down much more, or it was kind of break-even point, you've mitigated your risk because 80% of your assets are in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You've only got 20% in cash. So, like, you can either make a hell of a lot on a massive correction, or you can make a little. But all in all, you're still in the market with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you've got some cash to kind of buy all the bargains on the sideline. How cheap stuff will go, I don't know, but I'm sure some of the coins in your portfolio will drop more than others. And because you've been in the game now, and you know what you're invested in, you know the fundamentals, you know where it can go by the next bull run. You know you're getting a bargain with all these coins that you're going to be re-scooping up when the prices have corrected. So worth thinking about, because I've kind of been, I know what I'll be doing. I'll be picking up the Solana that I left, the Solana that I sold, because I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I only had 44. I had 44 Solana, but they've gone up so much, and I sold them all to get some other coins. So whatever I make in this bull run, when I'm cashing out, I'll be buying Solana back, and I'm gonna. My target is to buy back what I actually sold, but I'll wait till the end of the bull run when everything's kind of corrected itself on price, and hopefully I'll get it at a decent time, and hopefully you'll get in and you'll get out, and you'll have made lots of extra coins in the process. It's just basically about accumulating more in the bear market and buying more in the bear market. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you've not actually got into micro coins, like your 100x gems and whatever, you've not got into them yet, I suggest reading this how to create a MetaMask wallet, because once you've created one, it's so easy. Then you can come in and out of from your Ethereum into your like small cap coins, or your Binance, or your Polygon, whatever blockchain you're on. You can buy these micro coins very easily, and once you understand MetaMask, that's plain sailing. And also as well, I'm going to do a video on get in on IDOs, like initial DEX offerings or initial coin offerings. There's so many different variations of pretty much the same thing. But I'm going to do a video on that on a specific coin. I don't know which one yet. Just to give you an idea of how you participate and how you come across being whitelisted for these projects before they actually get listed on decentralized exchanges. So you're getting them at a specific price, like a pre-allocation price. You're not just getting them at a random price after they've pumped. And not a lot of people talk about that, but it's pretty important if you want to get these real good projects at prices that have been predetermined. Anyway, I'm going to go. It's been 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So yeah, if you've not invested in any coins yet, just invest well. Look at the projects. Look at the different projects that are out there. Maybe learn a little bit about blockchain. Or if you just want to invest blind, just look at the top 10 and just pick one at random. If you just want to make safe gains without going too risky, you can't really go wrong if you pick one of the top 10. So yeah, invest well, and remember, there's a crypto boy in every single one of you, even you women out there.